Men are telling men that, no, you don't have to be a warrior all the time. You can be like Christ and stand on the hill and see your city about to be destroyed and cry. You can go to your funeral that you just lost your best friend and cry. You can be around children and be affectionate toward the children, to be loving on them. That's what the model is that we need to be showing people, because the Bible says, and you heard it clearly, through love and kindness have I drawn you. When he told him to go out and make disciples, he said, go out, I send you out as doves, all right? Amongst what? Right? Amongst the wolves, right? I send you out as sheep amongst the wolves, but to be as gentle as doves. He didn't say go beat them with a stick. He didn't say that. So when you put this masculinity on that the world has given us, we are not following Christ's model of how to bring people into the church. I cannot go out and tell everybody you're a sinner because your pants are too tight. You're a sinner because maybe that's all they have to wear.
No,
maybe that's the only thing they have to dress
in. That's not what we do.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And to go back to the topic that we're currently on, we cannot use the word most. If we have not experienced most, we cannot use the word most.
I believe we can. I believe we can. Because of this.
Hear me out. Here's the problem for me. This is your opinion. Here's the problem in my opinion. Mm-hmm. When people listen to this podcast and they hear Prophet Lorenzo, who's on here most of the time, preaching and passionate about what he says, and they go, most of the church is doing this, they might be getting disheartened to say, why am I even going to church if I'm gonna walk into the same environment I'm in?
Well, yeah, some of them need to be disheartened, because a lot of these places are off schedule with God.
It's hard to walk into church.
The thing, these churches aren't church, for one. For two, if most of the churches were on schedule with God, we would have a city set on a hill that's a light to the world. Let's cut out all the games and gimmicks and ideas. Hold on. Let's cut out living in an ideal. Okay. And this is the problem with the church. People want to live in an ideal, but the reality thereof is far from us. And the evidence is the lack of result. If the church is the church, it is a city. Hold on. It is a city set on a hill and a light to the world. So if most of the church is doing what it ought to be, that means America would have a light. What does light do? It exposes darkness, but not only that, it eradicates it. What word am I looking for? The immersion of darkness in our nation is the evidence that the majority of churches are not doing their job. And to tell people that the majority of churches are doing their job is deception, because then the church will stay as it is. And the church is not what it